Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to a new episode of Görgött. We're continuing on the stock theme. We made fish stock last time. Today we're making chicken stock that you can really use for almost anything. But before we have a look at what we need for the stock, please, if you haven't done so yet, do me the favor, click the subscribe button, check the bell icon so that you get notifications when new content comes online. Let's have a look at what we have. We have about 3 kilos of chicken bones. Ordered them from the butcher. There seems to be quite a lot of meat left on them. I guess, they don't butcher it that carefully. So this is about 3 kilos, and we'll start up by roasting them. And then we also need some leek, 1 leek, 3 carrots, about 5 celery sticks, 3 onions, 3 bay leaves, some twigs of thyme, some pepper, and a bit of sea salt. But the first thing we need to do is to get these babies in the oven and roast them. So let's start with putting them in an oven tray. I preheated the oven at 175 degrees Celsius. They're going to be in there for maybe 40 minutes. We'll turn them halfway through, so 20-20, more or less. And now we just have to get these in. And while they're in the oven, we can prepare the vegetables. What I forgot to mention is we need 4 garlic cloves. We can basically mix everything together in this pot. We have our onions, similar to what we did with the fish stock, quite rough pieces. Our leek we'll just slice roughly. There we are. Carrots, we split them. And last but not least, our celery sticks. And obviously, all of the vegetables have been washed before. That's basically it of the prep. We need to wait a bit longer for the chicken bones to roast, and then we'll move over to the stove and continue there. We're melting a little bit of butter, and then we're going to put in our vegetables in here. We can hear our butter is still talking to us. When it stops talking, we'll put the vegetables in. So our butter is relatively quiet. Now let's get all our stuff in. And we want this to become golden brown. So we wanted them to get a bit brown. That's what we've achieved. It's time to put in the chicken. As you can see, they have quite a nice color on them. So that's all our chicken. We put a good pinch of salt on this one. And a bit of pepper. And now you want to cover them with cool water. That's perfect. Bring it to a boil. And then once it's boiling, we'll turn it down to a simmer and we'll leave it on for about an hour. Always trying to skim off if there's any impurities coming up. So we're almost at a boil, and you can see I just want to show you quickly how to skim. It's the easiest with a tablespoon. You just kind of move the tablespoon around like this and get as much of this foam as you can. Now it's basically boiling, so you can turn it down now to a simmer. And then we'll leave it, as I said, for an hour. And you continue skimming during the hour. Whenever you see a lot of impurities at the surface, just skim them off. So I'll see you in an hour. So it's been an hour now. I just tasted it. Once you've done this, you're never going to want to eat any other chicken stock or use any other chicken stock. It's fantastic. But before I'll tell you what we'll do next, if you enjoyed the episode so far, don't hesitate, click that like button. It really helps me to be found by the YouTube algorithm. So do me the favor, the thumbs up button. Now it's been on the stove for about an hour simmering. Just tasted it, like I said, it's amazing. We'll let it set now, 15 minutes, something like that. And then we'll start straining it. So we'll leave it here for 15 minutes and then we'll continue. So basically similar to any kind of stock. If you have a really big sieve, you can pour it straight in, but I prefer to kind of lift out the big stuff, because otherwise it's just going to clog your sieve and it's going to go everywhere and be a mess. So we'll do that. So I think that's enough. Now it's about, I would say, we had 3 kilos of bones and we have about 1.5 liters of stock. So not bad. Now if you watched the fish stock episode we did, if you want to, and you haven't, I'll put the link here. But we sieved it and then we reduced it again. This, you don't need to reduce anymore, it's perfect. So we just need to kind of sieve it, get rid of the smaller stuff. Move this into the middle. Sometimes I wish I had a smaller ladle. This kind of movement just helps it to go through quicker. We're good to go. Almost 2 liters of the best chicken stock you'll ever try. And it can be used in so many things. I would say it's almost endless. We'll do one last test, just since we always test things here. It's like the juice of a grilled chicken, more or less. That's how good it is. What more can I say? Try it out yourself. That's it for this time. But before we go, do me the favor. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and check the little bell icon so that you get notifications. But all that's left for me to say is thank you for this time. Take care. Bye-bye.